Music fades in with an energetic, driving rhythm to set the stage for some exciting tech. Hey everyone, I'm back, and today I want to share something pretty wild I've been messing with. A new generation of image and video AI tools that are genuinely changing the way I create content. I spent a full day testing the latest models and pipelines. And honestly, it's been one of those rare times where the entire creative workflow finally snaps perfectly into place when you stitch the right tools together. So here's the setup. The new image model I've been playing with is a real step up from what we had just a few months ago, offering better detail and fewer of those weird hand and foot artifacts. It actually follows complicated prompts way more faithfully than previous versions, which is a massive quality of life improvement for anyone iterating on ideas. It's also surprisingly lighter than some of the massive 10 billion plus parameter models out there. I'm running the medium-ish variant with roughly a couple billion parameters on my setup. This accessibility is key because I can generate genuinely decent images right on a single RTX 3070 with 8 GB of RAM, which matters a lot for creators who don't have a server farm dedicated to their hobby. But raw image generation, no matter how good, is only really one small part of the story when you're trying to produce dynamic content. I've been combining the latest image checkpoint with a new video tool from China that you might have heard the buzz about, which is called Luma. Luma is genuinely impressive because it can take those beautiful generated stills and transform them into short, cinematic video clips with surprising ease. The results are surprisingly smooth, provided you set up your initial prompts and your specific camera motion cues absolutely perfectly. That said, Luma isn't perfect, as rendering can become incredibly slow when demand spikes across their servers, which is a common issue with popular tools. I once had to wait a couple of frustrating hours just for a single video render because, you guessed it, the servers were completely swamped with requests that morning. So while the creative possibilities here are absolutely amazing, the practical reality is you still need a smart workflow that actively helps you scale your output and handle distribution. This is precisely where I want to drop in something I've been relying on heavily to glue this entire complex process together. A tool called Vizard. If you're a creator who consistently makes long-form content, think live streams, podcasts, interviews, or multi-minute tutorial videos, you already know the specific mind-numbing pain of editing. The pain is spending hours editing down that single long session into dozens of perfectly timed, platform-specific clips for TikTok, Reels, Shorts, and more. Vizard is the tool that completely automates that exact, specific, and agonizing pain point for creators everywhere. It doesn't totally remove your creative control, but it intelligently finds your best moments and turns them into ready-to-post clips with minimal input from you. I am going to walk you through exactly how I combined SD-style image generation, Luma motion, and Vizard's powerful auto-editing and scheduling to churn out social assets without burning an entire day. So, step one in this new pipeline is to produce your initial hero images, the foundational stills for any animated content. I used the new image model to generate a few key hero stills, focusing on things like cinematic portrait composition, dramatic lighting, and ensuring a clear focal subject was present. Prompt engineering still absolutely matters here. I try to keep the core descriptive prompt really tight, aiming for about 25 to 30 tokens maximum for the image itself. You then save the rest of your precious token budget for the specific motion and camera cues that you will apply in the next step with Luma. Also, I've noticed that negative prompts are surprisingly powerful now. They genuinely improve the final fidelity if you're trying to avoid certain common artifacts. Once you have the best stills, export them at the highest resolution possible, and optionally upscale them even further if you want to truly push the fine details. Now for step 2, which is where we finally bring some life into those beautiful static renders. We animate with Luma. You simply load your hero stills into the tool, append a lightweight motion prompt like a gentle camera pan or a subtle depth cue, and let Luma render out a short, compelling clip. A key pro tip here is to keep your animation prompts hyper-focused. Clearly state the camera direction, one single physical element like wind, and basic lighting tweaks. The clearer your motion intent is, the better Luma will be at intelligently interpolating all those necessary frames between your start and end points. You must expect some wait time when rendering, so please plan for that, as Luma gives you a monthly free quota, which is great for experimentation, but you'll likely move to paid for a true production pipeline. Step 3 is focusing entirely on distribution, and this is the stage where Vizard truly makes the entire content creation life sane again for busy users. Instead of manually chopping that massive 25 to 30-minute live stream into dozens of individual clips, you just upload the long video or your new Luma short to Vizard. The AI automatically analyzes the entire piece of content, intelligently finds all the high engagement moments, like laughs, reveals, or strong emotional beats, and produces candidate clips ranked by virality potential. It truly feels like having a junior editor on staff who instinctively knows current platform trends and, crucially, never needs to sleep. I'll be honest with you, there are definitely other ways you could try to tackle this massive repurposing challenge, but they often come with significant drawbacks. You could use standard manual editors or generic trimming tools, but those methods are almost always slow, incredibly tedious, and fundamentally inconsistent from clip to clip. Some dedicated tools out there are surprisingly pricey and focus only on the repurposing aspect, offering zero integration for scheduling or a helpful calendar view for planning. Other platforms force you into a single rigid output format, which completely defeats the purpose of tailoring content for different social feeds. Vizard, by contrast, manages to make three specific critical things almost completely painless for the modern creator. First, it handles the auto-editing of viral clips, pulling the best moments and creating optimized short formats automatically, whether you need vertical or square. Second is the auto-schedule feature, where you simply tell it how often you want to post and what cadence to maintain, and Vizard queues and publishes clips automatically based on those specific settings. And finally, the content calendar allows you to manage, review, tweak, and approve all your queued clips from one single centralized calendar view before you hit publish across every platform. Circling back to the practical workflow, I used Vizard to ingest both the Luma animated shorts and the original full-length master file from the recording. Vizard then produced multiple variations for me. Some clips leaned heavily into the dramatic camera motion from Luma, while others emphasized a punchy, quotable line spoken by the host. The AI even suggested distinct platform-optimized hooks and captions for each one of those variants, saving me serious captioning time. This is the exact moment where this piece of software stops feeling like just a program and starts genuinely feeling like a valuable, productive teammate. Now, people always ask me directly, how does Vizard truly compare to all the other major contenders in this space? Let's be completely real. Tools like Midjourney and some of the big-name generative AIs are fantastic for creative exploration, but they can get expensive quickly and aren't purpose-built for repurposing long-form content efficiently. Luma is brilliant for transforming those stills into captivating motion, but it fundamentally lacks the powerful distribution and scheduling tools needed for a full content cycle. Some of the massive enterprise-level digital asset management and scheduling suites are incredibly powerful, but they are often clunky, slow, and severely overpriced for what individual creators or small teams actually need. Vizard manages to sit right in that sweet spot. It is specifically tuned for creators who want to scale their audience reach without needing to hire a full-time video editor. I learned a few crucial practical tips while rigorously testing this entire pipeline that I think you should absolutely keep in mind for your own setup. First, you should adopt a Vizard-first mentality when planning any new long-form shoots, because if you know the AI will clip it, leave natural beats and one-sentence hooks in the recording for the AI to easily find. Second, always use tight, descriptive image prompts for your initial SD style generation, and then explicitly reserve your more complex motion tokens for the Luma animation step to keep your assets modular. Third, when you batch create those Luma clips, make sure to name the files with very clear metadata, including the topic and the specific hook, because Vizard reads that file naming convention to help prioritize which clips to feature. And finally, never rely on just one single tool in this creative chain. The best pipelines are always hybrid models combining creative AI, motion generation, and powerful distribution software. Speaking of honest downsides, I did run into a few snags. Luma's rendering pipeline can absolutely bottleneck during peak usage times, and some advanced camera moves aren't available yet. Vizard's auto-editing is usually spot on 99% of the time, but every now and then it misses a really niche joke or a subtle context clue, which requires a quick manual adjustment to fix. Even with those minor issues, the overall content throughput skyrockets. Because what used to take me a full day of clipping, captioning, and scheduling now takes an hour or even less. Regarding pricing and access, Luma offers a limited free tier for a few renders per month, meaning heavy video generation users will definitely need to look at a paid subscription. Vizard's creator-focused plans start with a free tier, perfect for trialing the system. Then paid tiers scale up gracefully as your posting frequency naturally ramps up over time. Wrapping everything up, if you are a creator currently juggling long videos and a fierce need to be everywhere simultaneously, this three-part combo is absolutely worth trying out. Use the newer image models to create striking visual stills. Selectively animate them with Luma for that eye-catching motion, and then feed everything into Vizard to auto-edit, schedule, and publish it all out. It creates a practical, mostly hands-off content funnel that keeps your entire pipeline full, and your audience constantly engaged, all without turning you into an editor 24 hours a day. I will continue refining this exact workflow over the next few weeks and sharing my specific templates and detailed examples. So if this sounds useful, please hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Next, I'll be dropping step-by-step tutorials where I show the exact prompts, the specific Vizard settings, and how I structure a whole month's worth of content in under an hour. If you're looking for the deeper, more niche stuff, like my exact clip selection rules or the full metadata naming scheme I use, There will be a specific Patreon tier where I share all of that exclusive information. Thank you so much for watching this deep dive, and I sincerely hope to see you in the next one very soon. It's you, me, and a whole stack of amazing viral-ready content just waiting to be published and seen. Music fades out as the final energetic beat resolves.